the power of touch. When we say the power of touch, we are talking about what we engage with, things that we come into contact with, things that we experience, things that we feel. But you see, most often we underestimate this power of touch. We look down, we take it for granted, the power of touch. But you see, it is not for nothing that God said, bad company corrupts good morals. What you engage with, what you come into constant contact with, has the probability and the tendency to affect and influence your nature. Just as sight does, just as hearing does, touch or experience or contact also can do same. The Bible says that you are not to intermarry with them. You are not to give your daughters to their sons, nor take their daughters for your sons, because they will turn your children away from me, God, to serve other gods, so that the Lord's anger will blaze against you and swiftly destroy you by fire. This is what you are to do to them. Tear down their altars, break their pillars, cut down their ritual pillars, and burn their carved idols in fire. Because you are a holy people to the Lord your God. The Lord your God chose you to be his people, his treasured possession. You are not to just associate with just anybody or just anything simply because the thing is attractive, or the person is nice, or the person is beautiful or handsome or kind. You are not to associate with just anything on face value or by face value. You are supposed to be careful with the things you come into contact with or you engage with, because there is power in touch, there is power in engagement, there is power in experience, and there is power in what you feel. The more you feel, the more you experience the thing or the person, the more you are in contact with the person, the higher your risk of getting influenced or stained or compromised. It is only today that you have a pastor whose best friend is gay. It is only today that you have a Christian whose best friend is dating somebody's husband and somebody's wife, and he or she is aware, but they are still good friends. He calls the person my good friends. It is only today that you find, a church filled with people who are known criminals, and everybody keeps quiet, and we keep engaging, we keep associating, we keep fellowshipping together, we keep touching, coming into contact. But it is very risky. There is power in touch. Be careful the things you come into contact with. Be very careful. In fact, we must be careful with what we engage with. Not everybody can be our friend. Not anybody should be our friend. Not just because the person is kind, or the person is friendly, or the person is, beautiful or attractive, or the person has some position that you admire to fellowship with the person or to be associated with the person. You cannot choose friends on just these bases. It is very risky, because you can be compromised. You can be, influenced negatively. You can be. The Bible says that whoever keeps company with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools suffers harm. It is simple. There is always the possibility, the high possibility, to be influenced or to reap from where you engage. What you engage with or to, you are likely to reap a certain same product from where you are associating. We must be careful. Jesus associated with his Father, and so he says, I and my Father are one. What are you associating with? And what are you one with? Or what are you likely to become one with? You have to be careful. I have to be careful. We have to be careful, because there is power in association. Why did God say don't follow or don't give your daughters to their sons and your sons to their daughters, because they are going to turn your children's heart from me? It is very possible. God knows. And what did he say we should do instead? He said, tear down their ritual pillars, destroy their carved idols. What does it mean? Instead of associating with people who are known to be off the line of God, instead of associating or coming in, into contact with them, God says, punch holes in their philosophies, expose them for who they are, refute their arguments. Don't support and don't align with their philosophies and their principles of life, their values. Don't go on that tangent. Get them to be exposed. By what action? By punching holes in the bad things they do. Tear down their arguments, tear down their idols, break down their ritual pillars. Don't follow their path. Don't engage with them. God will help us only when and only if we decide to do what he wants us to do, to disassociate and to disengage, and not to come in touch or in contact with things and people that God does not condone or support. May God help us and bless us in Jesus' mighty name as we pursue this journey of disassociating and disengaging from things that are not of God and people that are not of God. God bless you. Bye-bye.